Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ice Age. My name is Iceman. I've got some Battlefield 3 gameplay for you today. It's been quite a while since I played, and I was really happy to get back in and get some games. The gameplay is going to be sort of a background for some Battlefield 4 news and updates and everything that I wanted to talk about. What you're seeing here is some Rush gameplay. It's actually two different rounds. This one's obviously on Seine Crossing, and the second one will be on Grand Bazaar. These games were recorded back to back, but since this first round was pretty short, I decided to record straight through, and I cut out the middle part with the stats screen and loading for you guys, so you didn't have to wait through all of that. So these are back-to-back games, and the guns I'm going to be using, as you see here, is a suppressed AUG A3. In the second game I use a L86 A2 with the heavy barrel, and my sidearm for both cases is the suppressed M1911 pistol. I do pretty well in both of them, good for a first game back. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of just talk about some Battlefield 4 news, updates, whatever you want to call it, that have been coming out recently, and kind of just aggregate it all together so you guys can listen to everything. A lot of news has been coming out. I'm sure you guys have seen some gameplay from a bunch of the bigger YouTubers, and seeing how awesome the game looks already, even though it's still an alpha/beta. So the beta is actually what I wanted to talk about right now. The closed beta for Battlefield 4 starts October 1st, which is next week, and the open beta will start 3 days later on October 4th. The closed beta is for people who bought like limited edition of Medal of Honor and our Battlefield 3 premium members and people like that. I don't actually fit any of those categories, so I'll be in the open beta on the 4th, and I will be recording as much of it as possible for you guys to see. I definitely want to make sure that I get most of my gameplay up on YouTube, so if something crazy happens, and even if I don't do well in that round, you guys will get to see it and just kind of see what's going on, and having a lot of fun with that. I'm a little upset, I guess, that Rush isn't going to be in the beta, since that is my favorite game mode in Battlefield 3, but they are going to have two separate games this time. Actually, it's going to be Conquest and Domination. So there's going to be two different flavors of beta for people to try out, which I think is really cool, because you get to see the huge experience, the real Battlefield experience with Conquest and vehicles and all kinds of Levolution and all that good stuff. And then you also get to see kind of more tight, focused infantry combat in Domination. So I'm really happy that they have a variety of things to choose from in the beta. So I'm really excited about that. And like I said, I'll be recording as much of it as I can for you guys, so you can see all the crazy awesomeness that they've put in the new game. Really looking forward to playing that. I've been kind of thinking about nothing else for the last week or so once I heard about it. So other Battlefield 4 news, updates, stuff like that. A lot of new information has been released recently about the game. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, all of the multiplayer maps have been released, announced, as well as the game types that will be in Battlefield 4. And there's actually two new game types coming in this game that weren't in Battlefield 3. One of them you guys probably have seen through some of the Paracel Storm gameplay that they've been releasing, called Obliteration, with the giant bomb that people have to carry around and blow up enemy bases. And then there's also a mode called Diffuse, which is 1 life per round, similar to game types that you've probably seen in Call of Duty or Halo, things like that, where you can eliminate the enemy team to win the round, or you can blow up a point on the map to win as well. And that's been around for quite a while. I know Counter-Strike is like that as well. So those are the two new game types to expect. As you see here, I just switched over to the new round. I'm only using the L86 for a little bit, so we'll be back to the AUG A3 after this life, I believe. But yeah, so the maps and the game types, I've actually listed them down below in the description. So if you guys haven't seen all the new maps and all the game types and everything, it's all there for you to watch. Or sorry, all there for you to look at. All listed out nice and pretty. That Battlefield blog website is a really great place to go. It's where they post all their kind of breaking news about the game and everything. So if you guys are looking for more information, I definitely suggest checking out that website and making sure you guys see all that they have up, so you're up to date on all the latest news and everything. This is just kind of I don't know, like I said, an aggregate of a bunch of really important stuff. So I really like this area in Grand Bazaar. You really can get a bunch of kills from people trying to go in that doorway right there. I get taken out pretty quick, but I got, 3 or 4 kills there, which was a pretty nice little spree for me at the beginning of the game. And the last thing I guess I wanted to talk about related to Battlefield 4 news is Commander Mode details. People have been really excited to see Commander Mode come back since it was in Battlefield 2, which I never played. So for me, the Commander Mode in Battlefield 4 will be the first time I've ever seen it or played it. And I'm really, really looking forward to it, because it seems like such a really cool, dynamic and aspect of your typical multiplayer round. I'm really looking forward to it. And some of the new details that I saw that just came out have to do with some kind of smaller aspects, I guess, of the mode. Basically, they announced that now commanders will be able to highlight and target high-value targets, or HVTs, on the opposite team, and this can occur once a player on the opposite team has, I think it's a kill streak of 6. And they will show up on the opposing team's commander map as a selectable unit, and you will be able to click on them and highlight them for your own team, actually, which I think is interesting. They made sure to point out that this wasn't a punishment for somebody being really good and having a long kill spree, because it's not something that is automatically highlighted when you get to that point. It's if the commander chooses, they can click on you and show you to the rest of their team. They're pretty sure they said that you can only do one HVT at a time, and after an HVT has been selected, there's a countdown, basically. So you select an HVT, it counts down for some amount of time where you can't select a different HVT and you can't unselect that one. And after that countdown is over, there's a cooldown, basically, where you also can't select a new HVT for a certain amount of time after the first one has been highlighted. So it kind of prevents the commander from just clicking everybody that's doing well on the other team and showing them all to his own team to kill them and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice way to be able to, especially with people who get really huge kill streaks without moving, for instance snipers or campers or something, it would be kind of a nice way, I think, for a new aspect for taking care of them, taking them out. So I personally think that's a really cool addition to Commander Mode, having never played the original one. Definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear from people who have played Battlefield 2, what they think about new changes or edits to the mode, things like that. And I think the other big news about Commander Mode is that you can actually mutiny against your own commander, which when I first heard about Commander Mode, I kind of went back and read about what it was like in Battlefield 2 and kind of how it was before, and it sounded like some people's biggest problem with Commander Mode is having somebody on their team that really sucked as a commander, and they wouldn't be able to help their team out very much, and they wouldn't be showing UAV scans or whatever it was called in Battlefield 2, and really just kind of ruin the experience, I guess, for people who had a bad commander. So now in Battlefield 4, you'll be able to mutiny, which I think takes place through a vote. You can vote on whether or not you think your commander is good, and if enough people vote against it, against him or her, they will be removed. And at any point, though, players can change their mind and say that they do support their commander, and this will keep the commander in position, which I think is really awesome. Now it kind of gives like the players, the teammates, like the ability to, you know, kind of say whether or not the guy helping them out, supporting them from afar, is really doing a good job or not. So I like that a lot. Really cool addition, I think. So both of these updates, the commander mode, I think are positives. And like I said, I definitely want to know what you guys think, especially if you've played the game before, or sorry, the mode before. Anything like that, just let me know, discuss, etc. And then the last kind of piece of news about commander mode that I have, or that they have put out, is that kind of clarifying some stuff about the commander via tablet that people were wondering about. Basically, they said that you need to have a level 10 like rank in Battlefield before you're even allowed to become a commander in a game, which I think is cool. You know, you can't just jump right in, and you know, especially if you have no experience, you don't want to be wrecking people's games. So you kind of have to know what's going on in the game before you can start, quote, leading people around, I guess. And so anyway, with the tablet commander mode, you still need that rank 10 in the game before you can use commander mode via tablet. So basically, if you want to play it on the tablet, you also have to own the game in some fashion and have played it for a while to get that rank, which again is cool. So you can't just have somebody pick up, you know, the app or whatever on the tablet and just start playing without having any knowledge of the game, something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of a nice clarification about, you know, how people could use that mode on the tablet and everything. And I mean, frankly, I think the tablet is going to be an awesome addition to commander mode. And kind of segueing off that point, I want to talk a little bit about the things I'm most excited about in Battlefield 4. Nothing new, you know, no new information, but things that they've announced that I'm really excited for. And one of the things is the second screen integration, how they're going to be having like specific use for somebody who has a second monitor or a tablet or a phone. I'm also really excited for kind of the small levolutions. Everybody's been talking about the big levolutions, but I think being able to put up, you know, blocks in the road for vehicles, or turn off the lights, or, you know, put down like a grating across the doorway, I think all those are going to really change how the game plays, and it's going to really be awesome, I think. And basically, gun customization, which everybody knows about already. You have an extra slot to customize your gun, so you don't have to give up popular upgrades and everything. But let me know what you guys think. Until next time, peace, love, and ice.